For the past decade, the U.S. Water Alliance has awarded the U.S. Water Prize to exemplary One Water leaders. The U.S. Water Prize celebrates outstanding achievement in the advancement of sustainable, integrated, and inclusive solutions to the nation's water challenges. This year, the Alliance is celebrating 9 winners. In 2021, the Alliance added 2 new categories: Outstanding Artist and Outstanding Rising One Water Leader. These winners join leaders from 6 other categories that demonstrate the diversity of the One Water movement. The Alliance is delighted to introduce this year's class of U.S. Water Prize winners and hopes their work serves as an inspiration to all. U.S. Water Prize Public Sector Winner, Tucson Water. Tucson Water is taking a holistic approach to managing Tucson's water resources. After 100 years without flowing water, Tucson Water's Santa Cruz River Heritage Project reintroduced water to the Santa Cruz riverbed. Tucson Water developed a proposal for a green stormwater infrastructure fee and 3-year pilot program, which was approved unanimously by the City Council. And Tucson Water is replenishing the area's aquifer with reclaimed water through the South Houghton Area Recharge Project. U.S. Water Prize Private Sector Winner, Microsoft. Microsoft's comprehensive water program is helping to foster integrated approaches to sustainable water resource management across the country and the world. Through Microsoft's 2030 Water Positive commitment, the company has committed to replenish more water than it uses, provide 1.5 million people with access to clean water and sanitation services, and reduce water use intensity across its operations. Microsoft is achieving this goal by investing in water projects in water-stressed regions where the company operates. The company's new Silicon Valley campus, for example, will be among the first large office buildings in the world to be certified by a third party as a net zero water facility, enabling 100% of non-potable water to come from recycled sources. U.S. Water Prize Nonprofit Winner, San Juan Bay Estuary Program. The San Juan Bay Estuary Program, or Estuario, is dedicated to restoring and conserving the quality of the waters of the estuary ecosystem. To advance its mission, Estuario launched the only long-term strategy on the island for detecting and correcting illicit discharges. Since 2018, the Illicit Discharges Detection and Elimination Project has corrected 87% of cases identified. Estuario's integrated, community-led approach to restoring water quality is a hallmark of its success. U.S. Water Prize Cross-Sector Partnership Winner, KC Water's Green Stewards Program. The Green Stewards Program provides training for Kansas City, Missouri residents who face barriers to employment. KC Water partnered with Bridging the Gap, a local nonprofit organization to develop green stewards. The program provides participants with the education and experience needed for green stormwater infrastructure maintenance. Through the program, participants met personal development and growth milestones and logged over 5,800 field hours performing maintenance tasks and inspections. U.S. Water Prize Outstanding Journalism on the Value of Water Winner, Ian James and colleagues, the Arizona Republic. Journalist Ian James, along with colleagues Rob Odell, Mark Henley, David Wallace, Nick Oza, and editor Sean McKinnon at the Arizona Republic, have devoted extensive work to spotlighting pressing water challenges in the state of Arizona. In the groundbreaking series, Arizona's Next Water Crisis, in 2019, James, Odell, and Henley exposed the unregulated nature of groundwater pumping throughout rural Arizona. In a series of articles published in 2020, James and colleague David Wallace reported on how the Hopi are struggling with a widespread lack of water infrastructure, the effects of climate change, and declining springs that they consider sacred. In another piece from 2020, James and colleague Nick Oza investigated the history of insufficient funding and systemic racism behind the lack of access for clean drinking water in many areas of the Navajo Nation. U.S. Water Prize, Outstanding Public Official Winner, Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury, New Mexico won. Prior to her election in 2021, to represent the 1st Congressional District of New Mexico, Representative Melanie Stansbury served as a state representative. As a state legislator, Representative Stansbury crafted and sponsored the Bipartisan Water Data Act, which was enacted to identify and integrate key water data across the state. The success of the act has attracted partnership opportunities and matching funds from the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation's Water Smart program, furthering its impact. Because of the Water Data Act, state agencies are now seeing steady improvements in how they manage and share their water data. U.S. Water Prize, Outstanding Artist Winners, Salmon Speakers, Friends of Gadsden Creek. Salmon speakers came together to create When the Salmon Spoke, a project amplifying voices on both sides of the U.S.-Canada border and putting faces on the region's rivers, the Stikine, Taku, Uinuk, Nass, and Skeena. The Salmon Speakers process was Indigenous-led and story-centered. They hosted gatherings, story circles, and interviews in Southeast Alaska and northern British Columbia. At the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, the team quickly adapted their work, moving from planning a live theatrical performance to a digital production. When the Salmon Spoke premiered in May 2020, featuring life stories of 10 Indigenous citizens tied to the Stikine River. The production weaves together cinematic imagery and Indigenous music and visual art. The Salmon Speakers also launched an accompanying web archive of community stories. Their work was supported by the Southeast Alaska Indigenous Transboundary Commission and arts organization Ping Chong and Company, along with Salmon Beyond Borders and Skeena Wild Conservation Trust. The story-sharing work of the Salmon Speakers continues in order to promote Indigenous sovereignty, equality, sustainability, food security, and food sovereignty in some of the world's last wild salmon watersheds. Friends of Gadsden Creek is a grassroots environmental justice campaign dedicated to opposing the destruction of the last remaining salt marsh ecosystem on the peninsula of Charleston, South Carolina. Friends of Gadsden Creek's artwork raises awareness of the acts of environmental racism inflicted upon Gadsden Green, the Black community with the historical ties to the creek for over a century. The campaign's work includes creating infographics, organizing mutual aid efforts, hosting podcasts, and collaborating with local students. This work serves to highlight the resiliency of this community and its creek and envisions alternative futures that restore and revitalize a severed relationship to the water. U.S. Water Prize, Outstanding Rising One Water Leader Winner, Dr. Lindsay Birt. As a Client Solutions Manager at Xylem, Dr. Lindsay Birt leads teams to develop data-driven approaches to address water challenges, including nutrient reduction, combined sewer overflows, and flood reduction. She is an outspoken advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion in the sector. Within Xylem, Dr. Birt has played an influential role in shaping the organization's inclusion initiatives. Her deep passion for water at every stage in the cycle and her ability to address systems in an integrated way are key elements of what makes a Rising One water leader.